Good morning. This is Seek of the Scut coming at you live with Ace Attorney Investigations. Today, we are going to be trying, once again, to do the next chapter. Now, internet issues should be resolved. Still have not found out why we are stuck in 720p. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. Really been trying everything. But with that said, let's just start. It's been a while. I feel like I say that so often. Because it so often is true, I suppose. And I'd really like to do this more consistently. I really would. Now, I don't even remember what happened last time. Did we see the opening cutscene? No, we did not. Okay, well, we can watch it now. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. Okay. 7 years earlier. I think this is before Wright took the stand, yeah? Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed a guy. This is Gumshoe, right? It looks like Gumshoe. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it. I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say? Oh, no, it's not. Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the thief. Okay, I thought they were trying to make an actual young Gumshoe this time. Yatagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you dare deny it. You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu? That's exactly what I'm... Mr. Rell, I think we've heard just about enough of Your Honor, please, listen to me. I'm telling you the truth. You've got to believe me. Well, it would seem that it is, in all likelihood, true, based off the name and the scarf. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Really? That's all it takes to get someone off the bench? I'm surprised we haven't encountered that before now. Okay. Oh, this is okay. Young Edgeworth. Okay. Hold on. Do we have a court record of who we have? Oh, Von Karma as well. Oh, I should probably give Von Karma the Black Quill voice. I haven't done that one in a while though. I think that would be fitting for him. He has a bit of a weird manner of speaking, and I'm not sure if it was from the translation or not. Because he occasionally threw in terms that didn't seem to fit with his character. We'll just see how he talks whenever we get to him. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Oh, okay. This is Edgeworth's first case. I suppose Edgeworth's first case was not Mia's first case. Okay, okay. I was under a false impression up until now. Edgeworth. That's not the right voice. I don't even remember if I can do the voice. But, sir. Okay, here we go. Have you read over all the documents regarding this trial? That's not quite right. Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. And I'm giving him the Phoenix voice. No, or not voice, but sort of upbeatness of Phoenix. No. It's fine. We're less than 6 minutes into this. We can get into it as we go. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. have the chance to stand in the court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. Man, it's tough to go as deep as Von Karman's voice is. I mean, we only got, like, the one objection line from him, but still. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I had to be perfect in every way. Oh, okay, here we go. Free reign. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor, Byrne Faraday, gave the order. Ha! Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Byrne Faraday? He is just a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense. He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense for a man who's above the law. For no man is above the law. Well, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. The prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven. Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Byrne Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma. Okay, so I'm thinking this might... Okay, so I've remembered what was happening last time. As I recall, I presented a theory that we were going to get more into the origins of the rumors about Edgeworth using false evidence. Now, I don't think he did, because that's definitely the sort of thing that would have come up in the main games. Probably in Dual Destinies. But since they didn't do that, I think this is going to be more about Manfred's false evidence, which I'm still not... Okay, Manfred did not show much in the main games. He was just in one chapter of the original game, and then Franziska sort of brushed off that she was acting in revenge for him. So we don't know much about him, obviously. But from the talks of the last chapter, it seems to be indicating that maybe Manfred wasn't fabricating evidence. Now, that's just the initial thoughts. But if it was, that'd be very interesting, because obviously he had the one incident, DL6. But aside from that, if he was clean, that'd be a very interesting turn, to say the least. So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I memorized everything that is written down in the case files. Do I have those case files yet? No. Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about. Understood. The murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Cahodopian embassy. The victim, Mr. Deadman, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackerel, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief, Yatagarasu, had successfully infiltrated the Cadopian embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Mr. Deadman. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage clearly shows Mr. Rel as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatagarasu, Byrne Faraday. That sounds about right. Okay, so he might have been trying to do, what was it? The Mask case from the second game, or actually I think that was the third game. I think he was trying to escape charges by claiming to be doing but he claimed to do the murder as Yatagarasu. Okay, so let's assume for a moment that he isn't an idiot, because I'm going to assume everyone is a genius until I meet them. He could be claiming that he committed the murder and is Yatagarasu, so that it has to be proven that the one who committed the murder is in fact Yatagarasu, and now he is shifting his argument that someone else is Yatagarasu so that the murder gets pinned to them. A bit of a convoluted plan, but it's the only thing I have without seeing the evidence. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Kodopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident. The second KG-8 incident? Metal Gear. I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Yes, tell me about this. Nedra, stop repeating yourself. Well, stop repeating him. Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. Okay, let me read those. Hold on. What does it have to say? A staff member found not guilty. Shadow over the Amano group. Victim, Miss CCU. Okay. Manny Kochin. Okay. I can't get anything off of that immediately. You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct? Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Kodopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes. A Kodopian by the name of Manny Kochin was the suspect. However, due to the lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? Ha! If only I was in charge of the case, I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated. Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well. That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he went to testify. That was... and the murder... and just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same as they did in the KG-8 incident. So, that's why it's being called the second KG-8 incident? Yes. Yet, there is one difference between the two incidents. And what would that be? The so-called noble thief is sending everyone into an uproar. The great Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu? I'd better find out more. Oh, okay, we don't know about it yet. Okay. If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Kodopian embassy, What could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal any suspicious counting records and release them publicly. Or, more likely, to steal secrets from the Cadopian embassy itself, since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday. Mr. Faraday? He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well. He is the prosecutor in charge of both the KG-8 incident, the Yatagarasu case, and this? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. Oh, I forgot her name, but it's the young ninja girl. What is it, little girl? You're scary, mister. Did you need something? I want to trade these coins with you. A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want? Yep. Thanks. That's exactly what I needed. Oh, she definitely just swiped something from you. You just pulled your wallet out in front of her. Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore? I'll give it a few years and then it'll be even less. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete. Why, do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry. I can have you mopping up this courtroom instead of protecting it in an instant. It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. A proud one you are. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. It's quite cute that Edgeworth is mimicking Von Karma's movements with the finger points there. I wasn't paying attention to the sprites too much, but I assume he has other similarities. You know, other than like the Cravat and stuff. Oh, okay, we're gonna have Von Karma with us the entire courtroom. Oh, he really does mimic him. Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, you did not have to tack that on to the end. Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial's about to resume. However, yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? It's an emergency, sirs. Oh, that sounds like Meekins. But isn't it Meekins new? Oh, it's Gumshoe. Anyway, he's definitely dead. That's a silence. Oh, this is Manfred. There shall be no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from the courtroom at once. Huh? But please, wait. You have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant Lobby 2. Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, Your Honor. What? Yep, all of them at once. There we go. Oh wait, both of them did. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Young judges for justice. Yeah, he's not young. -5. What's the -5 on the vending machine? Did someone type 5, or is it has 5 been put in? Ooh, the screen tore a little bit. Hey, stay back. Ugh. No one's allowed in the crime scene. Period. Just who does this oddball think he is? This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't she Miss Rel's defense attorney? Hey, you! No one in the halls, pal! And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. Yes, let's put... Can we turn VSync on? Because the screen started tearing. Or, let's see. There we go. Let's see. Ants coming in the window. There's a little pink tag up there. -5 in the vending machine. And I think that's the only relevant physical evidence right now, unless there's some stuff in the trash can, but considering there's 2 people in front of it, I assume that is not the case. So, let's start with Gumshoe. And you are... Who? Me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I am a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I've told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe. And just recently I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be at the murder scene. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Oh wow, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. So you're just gonna ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot, and then I kinda froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? And again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear when at close range. Unresolved trauma from Edgeworth. We haven't gone through that yet, have we? Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into the lobby number 2 together, and both men were lying there, dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time. I didn't hear a single peep of struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Okay. Let's see what these other 2 have to say. Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So, Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh? I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma. Do not take me for some naive novice. Yep, that's about what I'm feeling right now. Huh? Do not take me for some naive novice. No, I can't laugh like that. So you're a student of Von Karma. I should have known. Those clothes are a dead giveaway. Just stop right there. These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts. Thanks for a great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding. I was just goofing off. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. Oh, you're related to CCU. And if you're telling the truth, then we were about to go to head-to-head in court. Ah, but of course. I've heard much about you, Miss Yu. But of course. I've heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare. Did I say something funny? Anyway, I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? What's so funny? It's just the way you speak is so tactless. Tactless? Me? The person I was going against in court, until only a little while ago, was just murdered. It's not like I can go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, it seems that Edgeworth's weakness for... Well, I guess Edgeworth is just weak with other people in general. So, I guess his weakness for everyone continues. Or at least, not continues, but extends this far back. Anyway, what does Mr. Bad have to say? Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Tyrrell Bad. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So, how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested you to be there. Okay. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to the adults, kid? Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? No, he's not. He's probably going for... Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's a mirror. Okay, I thought it was going to be like a lollipop or something. It's just a mirror. How dare you trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackrell, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence! This guy is really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides aren't my only gig. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics, in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not? Well, well. Looks like you might just have a brain after all in that head of yours, son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. It's so funny how he keeps all that inside his head. Instead of, you know, saying it. He really should. Well, I guess not. Miss Yu. There is someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Cadopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Kochian. Kochin. What? What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Kochin... I'll be right there. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. Now. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Fine. Let's go. Man, there's a lot of characters being introduced very quickly. And, yeah, okay. Bad. Von Karma? It's been a long time. I knew you'd show up. You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case as no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes, he's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad. The man that I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG-8 incidents? So I was right. Just what is that man doing, wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma. I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that of the departed. Very well. Back on the topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
Objection!
Oh, who's that? Oh, whoa, younger Francis. Oh, wow, really younger Franziska. Oh, it's so weird seeing her without her big poofy sleeves. That's so unsettling. How do I even do younger Franziska voice? They use the same bit for objection. Papa, how can you place him in charge? Franziska, what are you doing here? I'm here for summer vacation. What else? Oh, it's so weird. I'm gonna keep saying that. Franziska von Karma. So, she is here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his who's also a junior to me. You're the one who's the junior to me, and don't you forget it. You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Ha! If you were able to pass, then I'll absolutely have no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never. Why does she always have to be this competitive? Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I'm 100% confident that I can do a better job than him. That's just like Franziska. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Bad? Yeah? These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both these kids loose on the crime scene? Ha! This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad, and I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth, Franziska, I leave the case to the two of you. Understood, sir. Yes, Papa. I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me. Man, it's really tough to switch between this many characters. Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed to this. But yeah, you have. He says you never leave the crime scene, like a bloodhound. And here you are, leaving the crime scene. Miles Edgeworth. It's been quite some time, Franziska. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. Would it kill you to at least say hello? Long time no see. Very good. Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud. She hasn't changed it a bit. Huh, okay. I mean, I knew that Franziska had a bit of trouble dealing with Edgeworth. But it really is quite the little juxtaposition between Edgeworth changing between being treated like a kid to him treating her like a kid. Miles Edgeworth, as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of Von Karma name. For crying out loud. I've been reduced to a babysitter. It looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him. He never fails. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task. Investigation start? Nope, not yet. I guess we're not investigating the hallway yet. Okay, no sounds of a struggle, but they're on top of each other. Plenty of plastic bags. Probably not evidence bags. One of them's filled with blood, or has blood on it. Windows open. Probably as a distraction, since the window outside is also open. Or maybe it's real. This could be a tag team. I don't think... I forget her name. The little girl. She definitely wasn't doing this on her... Like, doing anything here on her own. And she definitely did not commit the murder. Maybe she was a distraction? Perhaps. I can't imagine these two would be left in a room alone with each other. This is the defendant lobby, so the guy with the knife would be in here. And then our Yatagarasu snuck in through the window while the girl was distracting, maybe? Probably. It's hard to say. I mean, I feel like Gumshoe would have mentioned that. No, actually, it's because it's Gumshoe, he wouldn't mention that. Unless asked directly. And then the big old TV. That must have been a pain to get in here. Okay. Let's start the dialogue. Is this the only real explanation that they killed each other? No. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking. What are you talking about? I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. A competition? The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name? Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things that come from your foolishly foolish mouth. Fine. Whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you accepting my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Ha! Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am. Competing to discover the truth will be behind a crime. How delightfully childish. Oh, and there's Bad. You kids, over here now. Kid? Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. How dare you call me a kid as well? I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy. You're, going to watch over these two. You hear? Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. Now, do what I say from now on, kids, okay? You'd better not get in our way, Scruffy. She's the second person to call him Scruffy. Huh. Is there some word I don't know that's being used to describe them in the original that's more common? Because Scruffy seems like an oddly specific nickname. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Then, you, prosecutor boy. Well, let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great. Now even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. He's so naive. How old is Gumshoe relative to Edgeworth right now? I don't remember their ages from the one time. Actually, I guess we have them in the court record together a lot. I just never pay attention to the ages. Oh, but I don't have Edgeworth in the ages. Not in the ages, in the court record. Well, Gumshoe's 26. I think that's how old Edgeworth was in the original trilogy, at least at one point. I don't know, so Edgeworth's like what, 20? I'm not sure. Detective Bad may have a word with you? What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Oh! Did the stream just crash? Hey, it did. Look at that. Oh, are we back? Hey, I think we're back now. Why is it not showing up on my end? That's so strange. But we're back. We're back. Let's get back into this, shall we? I don't know why we crashed. The internet didn't go out. And it said my stream key was bad, but that's not how that works. Anyway, let's get back into it. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was on the inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cadopian Embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held out by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented. That's possible. But I feel like you would have mentioned that if that was the case. Are we back? I should just double check one more time. Yeah, we are. We are. But then, why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if it's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence? He could have brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh. Maybe you got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel like it's much too early to be drawing a conclusion already. I must first find conclusive evidence, so as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name. Alright. Evidence. Well, I suppose we check the window first. Hold on, I gotta get a drink of water. Okay, I'm good now. The window is open, and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air. The flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Oh, well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the window? Okay, can't get out through there. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one can get in through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. I somehow doubt this TV will have anything to do with it, but we can check later if I get through everything else. There's some stuff in that bag, pal. I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I'm supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence? I'd better not touch it. I'd leave prints on it. Do you just not pay attention to anything you do? Or maybe you should wear gloves, you know, as you're a detective? That's sort of something you're supposed to do. There's some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Okay, that's good. Are we doing good on the connection? We are. We're doing good. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know. Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. Okay. Well, I guess we might as well check the TV before we go into the body. Oh, whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. Oh, don't touch the screen. Aw. Why'd you do that? Aw. And way too noisy. You're the noisy one, Scruffy. Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. The foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. Can we note how loud this screen is? Because it seems to have had its volume turned up. The TV has been left on. Or why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me. I didn't touch anything. Gumshoe, you do know what'll happen if you touch something again, right? I won't touch anything. I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir. And you, get back to your investigation, alright? I was planning to do so anyway. Okay. I guess we're not noting how loud the TV is. It's time to inspect the bodies. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rel. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other, however... using logic, the only logical conclusion is... Aha! What was that outburst for? My detectives Oh, look at that. First bot of the night. Hold on. Get banned. And you're gone. My detective's instincts just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rel that fell first, see? You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've... Oh, yep, you always say that. Let's start with this little bloody bag. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence, pals. Safe, pal. I know that much, Detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, can these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Not necessarily. Although, oddly enough, it looks like the blood is either in the bag, or there were more bags that were removed. Looks like Mr. Rel died with a knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck to it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. Check the gun. Well, looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So, he shot Mr. Rel and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun? I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? But no, it's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Although, I doubt I'll ever need to use one. I hope I never had to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun. And do I have to note which body's on top of which? Mr. Faraday. How ironic is it for him to lose his life in a courthouse? Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend the time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah, Then get back to work. Find out the cause of this murder. Right, I'm on it, pal. First, he killed a Cadopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel. Oh, this guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know. Oh, what makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Deadman. Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition? Yep. Do you know about it? It's a special feeling that all We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation, shall we? Yes, that would be nice. I don't see anything else, really. Oh, actually there's a mark on his hand, yeah. And I can't actually move my reticle far enough upwards to check the other hand out. His hand is all black down there, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotching pattern seems to resemble an ink stain. Well, he's probably left-handed, in which case it would be normal if he was writing something. An ink stain? Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I think I've seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up? I've never seen one before. Sure you aren't just making it up, pal? Well, Mr. Rel's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rel's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail, if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Labby. Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will ya? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe. Do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Okay. Well, there's the pen where the ink stain probably came from. Stab wound, gunshot wound, just as we expected. But how would you exactly get that? Hold on. Yeah, I don't see how this would have happened simultaneously. Let's check this pen out. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bad is always telling me, you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes, somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rel is holding. Labby. Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir. Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rel is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Shot in the chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it is discharged from the firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left if the shot is fired from a point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rel must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell grabbed the knife and managed to grab the knife to counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case. Oh, what a crazy way to go! Still, something about the explanation just doesn't seem right. Yeah, why are you assuming the gunshot came first? Oh, I mean, I guess I know why. Because if the guy came in with the knife first, he could get multiple stabs in, and he should get multiple stabs in. Okay. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Yep, it's time to do some logic, shall we? Let's see. Well, we know the ink stain came from the fountain pen, probably. That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe. I can confirm the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see. Good work. You know, I always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Oh, okay. If you say so, pal. Okay. Can I inspect that in 3D? Oh, wait, really? Okay, so we can already make the connection that he's left-handed, so why is he holding the gun in his right hand? Because that's always how this is. But still. Let's connect these two. There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table. And yet, a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked down during the struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Please, get that blood away from me, pal. Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask that lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Oh, okay, if you say so. I'll leave it in your hands, pal. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply kill each other is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there's actually a contradiction that shows that there is another possibility. No way, pal, really? I suppose we'll just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. Yes, do that, but I want to see the knife first. Not the knife, the pen. Inspect it in 3D, see if there's anything about it. No, not really. Can I open it? I can. It seems Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using a very nice fountain pen. Well, that's the opposite of me. I don't get these things at all. Well, I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine. Really? You think so, pal? Man, I knew it was worth something. That wasn't exactly a compliment, Detective. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. There's writing on the back of this. How do I move this? I don't actually know. There. This looks like a quality nib. Oh, hey, let me test it out, pal. Oh, this really... I got ink all over my hand. Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play with the evidence like that again. Okay, well, I wanted to look at the stuff on the back of it. 71417. Okay, I don't think that's gonna be relevant, actually. And I don't see anything else of note. Okay. How about the bag? Okay, I guess this was on the next to a pool of blood, I suppose? This blood here is from Mr. Faraday, but there are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question, do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to preserve it as evidence? Yes, you do. You do. And you can't inspect the knife or the gun in 3D. Interesting. Anyway, go ahead and show the contradiction. Yes, it is connected to the evidence. Left-handed. Here you go. Now we come face to face with a contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And yet, the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Oh, hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But, how could something like that have happened? The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. There we go. Oh, hold on, let me do something real quick. What we should do? There we go. Change the title of the stream. That was not lag, that was just the game stuttering. That's weird. Here's the autopsy report. It is probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case. Are you sure we know everything? Of course. The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for error. Do you really believe that to be the truth? Huh. Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true? Ugh. It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should look for any holes in her theory. Okay. We have to relate this to my evidence. Oh, I don't actually have an autopsy report in here. That's interesting. Well, let's see here. I suppose we just have this line instead of an autopsy report as a reminder. So let me just remember who's who. Faraday and Rell. Faraday died instantaneously from a stab wound, and Rell died shortly after being shot. Well, we can prove this wrong. I hit the wrong button. Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rail before he died? Do you have any basis for that statement? Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need. Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantly, then he must have attacked Mr. Rail before being stabbed. You're finally beginning to catch on, I see. Okay. Stole the knife from the victim. That's interesting, to say the least. Ah, here's the autopsy report. Well, I suppose that we just use the crime scene notes, yeah? Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. And my main issue with this is that I keep forgetting who's who. So which one's Mr. Rel? Mr. Rel's the guy at the bottom. Okay. Let's press this, okay. So, you believe that dying Mr. Rel stole the knife from Mr. Faraday? Mr. Rel became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled, and in the end, Mr. Rel was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. Can you really say that it's perfect? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise. So if you could append that statement to your testimony... Fine. Okay, there we go. That's, all we need. Do I have notes that the room is clear? I don't know if I do. I think the only thing we have is Gumshoe's testimony.
Objection!
Okay, that's it. Yep. If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing. Huh! You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rail get his hands on the knife? Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in the lobby number 2. It is not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rail saw a chance and took it out at some point. So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Rail took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rail after being stabbed? And then there's something strange in Franziska's statement just now. No, I did not mean to click that. It does all add up. So then, there's no problem, right? No. Miles Edgeworth? Yes. Taking random shots in the dark is unbecoming of a disciple of Von Karma. Now, take a step back and think for a change. Fine. No, it's not. I do not need to flash back to 2 seconds ago. As I suspected, there's definitely something wrong with your theory. If you have nothing to say, then I suppose that I win. But not to... Wait. As I suspected, something doesn't add up. Oh? It's simply not possible, Mr. Faraday, to have shot Mr. Rel after being stabbed. That's because of the burn marks. Yes?
Take that!
No, it's not. Okay.
Objection!
That's, not what I was expecting. Well, if it's not because there's no burn marks... Oh, wait, it's because he died instantaneously. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about how he couldn't have been... He was too close. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad.
Take that!
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that. Oh, you got me. But of course. Well then, if the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rell attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense. Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Franziska. I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could understand. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Oh man, I'm stumbling a lot. Franziska, you've still got a ways to go. What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic? Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. Yep, it's, the order the bodies fell, yeah? I think it's the order the bodies fell. Mr. Faraday is on the bottom, right? I think so. No, Mr. Faraday's on the top. Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which the bodies are unpiled. No! Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday. Impossible! Yes, I agree, Man, my voice... I'm starting to lose it, which is extremely odd. Here, give me a second. Okay, we're gonna end this pretty, unfortunately, pretty soon, because of my voice. But we'll keep going for now. Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must solve is... No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth. What now? I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that it's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent. She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order. Yes, it does. I just know that Franziska's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Yes, I know. No need to say the obvious, Edgeworth. Hmm. I think I had to press this before I presented the gun, because we know that he couldn't have done it at point blank. What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rel while holding both the knife and the revolver. What? What are you on about? That's not a revolver. And then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rel grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rel wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible. Yes, it is possible, but... well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got. Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony. I don't see any point to that, but as you please. Why does she think it's a revolver? What?
Objection!
So, you believe they kill each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Rel's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rel and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Ah! Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rel moved that far after being shot, that leaves only one possible explanation. What a completely foolish line, foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who? The person that attacked first with murderous intent? That would be... Mr. Faraday, right? Well, maybe Mr. Rel? I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna have to guess. Hold on, I can just reveal the dialogue, right? It'd be Mr. Faraday, right? Mr. Faraday, of course. Hey, pal. What you're saying now contradicts with what you said earlier. Well, sorry, I forgot what I said earlier. Sorry about that. That was probably... I don't know. I'm sort of out of it right now. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Yep. I don't know why I should know this by now. At least no one's here to see it, right? Right, good. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here. What? It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit. Miles Edgeworth, there's just one thing you're missing. Evidence, correct? Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime? Of course. If the third person was truly here, that fact would resolve this glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been set up, made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. I still don't know why she called it a revolver. I just want to say that. But if I had to say... I don't know. Well, what proves there's a third person? Is it that the gun's in the wrong hand? It's not the bag. It's not the pen. It's probably not this. I don't say it's the... Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Piece of evidence there's a third person involved. I mean, is it just the gun because it's in the wrong hand?
Take that!
Okay, it is. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person. How so? Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for a moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with the plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, albeit rather poorly, they were able to conceal their presence. Investigation complete? Oh, we already had that screen, right. Oh, I forgot Bad was here. Looks like we've still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
Who's that? Oh, it's the lady familiar. Oh, and the judge. She's standing up. Oh, that's kind of weird. I mean, we saw it earlier, but he was still behind the bench. Oh, what's up with you? What the heck's up with you, pal? Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? Hey! What's the meaning of this? Huh. Looks like you're not man enough to discuss discipline with your own subordinates. Oh, I did not read that correctly. Don't you dare. That detective claims he was there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let His Honor explain it himself. Oh, I saw it with my very own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No! Of course not, sir. It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has come tumbling down, Miles. Ugh. Oh, I was in the hallway with it. Don't do that. Don't flash back. Come on. Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're a suspect now. Now you're a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now, spit out the truth or so help me. And I haven't lied to anyone, sir, honest. I really was here. I was in the hallway the whole time. Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk to me like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? Detective Gumshoe, I take it that no one else was in that hallway at the time, correct? Uh-huh. Of course not, pal. You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me? Oh, watch your mouth, pal. You can't go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence. I suppose you're right. I have no evidence at this point. Miles Edgeworth, how can you be losing a battle of wits with this detective? You're a disgrace. Ugh. Oh, really? I thought like we were gonna transition that into maybe we should go check out the hallway then. Detective Gumshoe, why were you missing from the hallway for a span of time? Oh, look, pal. Like I said, I was there the whole time, okay? But there's testimony against you that... Miles Edgeworth? Okay. Really? It's not that either? Okay. I suppose the one thing I'd like to be clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, sir. Not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. Is that a fact?
Objection!
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe? I'm telling you, I am not lying. The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy, because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation. Oh, you're serious, aren't you? Fine, you amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. Ooh, there's something on my screen. There we go. It was about a week ago. I saw the detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, Mr. Nitwit." A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation? You totally misunderstood me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I never hold a grudge. Quiet. We can't trust anything you say. Sir. There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed, per se. But there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Misused perfect explanation may not be so perfect at all. Alright. Well, I think I am going to have to stop there. My throat's starting to go. So, with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. This has been Seeker Scuffed, and I am signing off. Oh, well, I would be. Huh. The stop streaming button has stopped working. How odd. Well, I suppose we're going to be stuck here for slightly longer. Why can I not stop this? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. This is very strange. I wonder if I just do this, if it'll work.